It was a commemoration of the additional class. In the mid-year of 2024, the Chandra X-ray telescope celebrated its 25th birthday. Furthermore, NASA released 25 of the most amazing pictures ever taken by this telescope. Chandra is certainly one of the most impressive telescopes we humans have put directly in space. The X-ray telescope captures far-off galaxies, grandiose nebulae, and the remnants of monstrous cosmic explosion blasts. Let us venture together through the interesting surge of this universe of pictures. What Chandra has given us in 25 years of work is truly inconceivable. Each of the pictures shows us the lavishness of the universe in quality never seen before. ARP 220. We start this brilliant journey through the universe with one of the most brilliant galaxies we know. ARP 220 is an ultraluminous infrared system and was formed by the impact of two galaxies. The accident set off intense star development. The two systems continued to expand during their astronomical marriage. This crash also produced a huge amount of gas and dust that blocked the system's light. Nevertheless, a few analysts were able to locate over 200 monster star clusters in the galaxy ARP 220, whose environment is characterized by extreme conditions. This universe is also one of the most powerful radio sources overhead and gives space experts insights into the development and behavior of galaxy centers during impacts. Pillars of Creation. The Chandra X-ray Observatory's mission began in 1999, and the Pillars of Creation were among the first images. This iconic structure in the Eagle Nebula was first seen by the Hubble Space Telescope. The column-shaped structures consist of dense, cold clouds of dust and gas in which a complex number of new stars are formed. The support points owe their shape to the UV light of the young, hot stars, which evaporate the surrounding gas. Thus, the light emissions astonishingly show the dynamic processes of star formation. NGC 3532. The open star cluster NGC 3532 is also called the Wishbone Cluster or Football Cluster by astronomers. It's situated around 1,300 light-years away in the constellation Carina. It's a youthful star group around 300 million years old, containing many dazzling blue and yellow stars. This cluster is especially popular with amateur astronomers since it is visible to the unaided eye with relatively simple telescopes and in an unobstructed view. NGC 3532 was also the first object captured by the Hubble Space Telescope after its launch in 1990. NGC 6872. Let's travel further to the constellation of the Peacock, where we find perhaps one of the largest known galaxies, with a diameter of over 500,000 light-years. NGC 6872 is not only astonishingly huge but also strangely shaped. It is stunningly bent, and this shape is most likely caused by interactions with the nearby companion galaxy IC 4970. The gravitational forces acting on the approach of the two galaxies have stretched and distorted the spiral arms of NGC 6872. Considering these beautiful pictures, the question arises over and over as to whether the universe is actually so vivid. Officially, the colors are made by the use of filters, but color also occurs naturally. Frequently, gases form the colors green, red, yellow, or, in this case, a dazzling pink and red under certain filters. NGC 1850. NGC 1850 is an unusual globular cluster in the Large Magellanic Cloud, which forms our Milky Way as a satellite galaxy. The cluster is approximately 160,000 light-years from the outer regions of the Milky Way. Why is this unusual? The development is that it contains young stars, which is rare for globular clusters. Astronomers suspect that the cluster was formed by a massive burst of star formation, the Crab Nebula. The Crab Nebula is the remnant of a cosmic explosion observed by Chinese astronomers in 1054. Situated in the constellation Taurus, the nebula consists of a complex design of gas and dust, and the nebula is still expanding at around 1,500 kilometers per second. At the center of the nebula is the Crab Pulsar, a neutron star that spins very fast and produces high-energy radiation in the process. The Crab Nebula is a significant hotspot for research on pulsars and the physics of supernova remnants. MSH 15 to 52. MSH 15 to 52 is also a supernova remnant, but this time we are in the constellation Norma. At the center of the nebula is a high-energy pulsar called PSR B509D58. This object is known to be one of the most powerful X-ray sources overhead and is frequently studied by NASA satellites. Supernova remnants and pulsars are real treats for researchers. AEL 2125. Let's continue our grand journey through the universe and head to the constellation Ursa Major. AEL 2125 is a massive galaxy cluster around 3 billion light-years away. It contains many galaxies in an especially dense intergalactic environment. Only Chandra, with its unique X-ray technology, can radiate through this thick environment to show us the galaxy cluster in all its brilliance. The cluster is a significant observation site for astrophysicists since various galaxy impacts take place here, continually changing the design of the galaxies. Virgo Cluster. Galaxy clusters are among the most magnificent structures in the universe. They unite hundreds of thousands of galaxies in a grandiose dance. The Virgo cluster is the closest major galaxy cluster to the Milky Way and is situated in the constellation Virgo. It contains around 1,300 to 2,000 galaxies and a particularly large number of bright elliptical and spiral galaxies. The Virgo cluster also influences the development of galaxies in our area through its gravitational force and plays a significant role in research into the mass distribution in the entire known universe. NGC 3324. NGC 3324, also known as the Gabriela Mistral Cloud, is an emission nebula in the constellation Carina. The nebula is formed by intense radiation from hot, young stars and is illuminated in an enchanting way. This area of extreme star formation shows a nearly human and female profile, which gave it its name. NGC 3324 is of particular interest to space experts since it shows stars at different stages of development. The Snake Nebula. The Snake Nebula, or Snake Cloud, lies in the constellation Ophiuchus and is a foreboding shadow of thick dust and gas. It blocks the illumination of the stars behind it and has a striking shape suggestive of a snake. It contains numerous young protostars that are currently at the very beginning of their development. This dark cloud is an ideal illustration of how gravity and gas density interact to trigger the star formation processes. SN 1987A. The supernova SN 1987A is the nearest and brightest supernova explosion of modern times and was discovered in the Large Magellanic Cloud in 1987. This event marked the first time that researchers had observed a supernova in detail at all stages, and its development will continue for thousands of years. SN 1987A also led to the discovery of neutrinos being emitted during a supernova. These ghostly particles are present throughout the universe and are considered cosmic messengers. Neutrinos easily pass through thin structures of matter and were also used, for example, to study the pyramids of Giza in a completely new way. WR24. WR24 is a Wolf-Rayet star in the constellation Sagitta and around 15,000 light-years from us. These stars are among the most extreme and hottest stars. Sure, here's the passage with punctuation added. In the universe, stars can lose mass rapidly because of solid heavenly breezes. A star is encircled by a gas cloud called M1-67, which was formed by outrageous heavenly winds. WR24 is especially intriguing on the grounds that it will doubtlessly detonate as a cosmic explosion at a later stage. G2.50.9G21.59 is a cosmic explosion leftover located in the heavenly body Scorpius and is especially brilliant in the X-ray range. For Chandra, this object was an exceptional treat, and we are eager to get details from another cosmic explosion at the center of this leftover. Scientists found a neutron star producing high-energy particles and surrounded by a shell of charged gas. The cosmic center of the Milky Way is about 26,000 light-years from Earth and it's a highly dynamic region. The true center is a very large black hole called Sagittarius A*, compared to other cosmic centers. The black hole at our center is still quiet and pensive. Sagittarius A* barely consumes matter and gives our home system a charming, quiet, and stable shape. Focusing on this center helps cosmologists understand how black holes and cosmic centers function and interact with each other. HB5 is another bright cloud in the heavenly body Aquila. The cloud is known for its intricate structure and radiant blue and green colors. In this case, the colors are formed by ionized oxygen and nitrogen gas. At the center of the cloud is a dying star that is currently shedding its outer layers. Thanks to pictures of HB5, we have important data about the last stages of development of sun-like stars. NGC 7469. The spiral shape is by far the most common shape for galaxies in the universe. NGC 7469 is an especially dynamic spiral galaxy, around 200 million light-years away in the Pegasus constellation. It's renowned for its brilliant center, which appears pink in Chandra's pictures, with a yellowish center. At the heart of NGC 7469 is a very bright quasar. These very massive black holes are surrounded by heaps of hot gas, which glows brightly in pictures. NGC 1365. NGC 1365 is a remarkable barred spiral galaxy in the Fornax constellation, around 56 million light-years away. This galaxy is famous for its distinctive bar that stretches across the middle. Thanks to pictures from Chandra, scientists have been able to find several sites of intense star formation in NGC 1365. This galaxy also contains a supermassive black hole at its center, Orion Cloud. Anyone who loves space science is sure to be familiar with the Orion Cloud, also known as M42. Seen from our perspective, this is the brightest and most well-known emission nebula and is located about 1,344 light-years away in the Orion constellation. The cloud is a massive star formation region containing various young stars, protostars, and gas clouds. For researchers, this vast stellar nursery is an ideal lab for studying the processes that lead to the formation of new stars and planetary systems. The eye galaxies. The galaxies NGC 4435 and NGC 4438 are called the eyes because they appear to be a pair of eyes when observed through a telescope. The pair is found in the Virgo cluster, and these galaxies show remarkable interactions that distort gas and dust structures in a unique way, greatly stimulating the formation of stars. NGC 7469. Again, this galaxy also displays a beautiful spiral shape. This especially dynamic galaxy, located around 200 million light-years away in the Pegasus constellation, shines brightly. It's home to an active cosmic center containing a very large black hole. The black hole pulls a material from its surroundings, generating strong X-ray and UV radiation, making NGC 7469 one of the brightest light sources in the night sky. One more astonishing feature of this galaxy is the heavenly ring around its center, Copia A. This is another brilliant cosmic explosion leftover that detonated around 300 years ago in the constellation Copia. This somewhat blue, glowing heavenly remnant is also one of the brightest radio sources in the sky to this day, composed of hot gas, X groups, and agreements, making it one of the most exciting cosmic observation sites in the universe. Catspaw Cloud. It is remarkable how much imagination our scientists have. Over and over, they see certain similarities between celestial phenomena and natural shapes or characters. In this development, one scientist unexpectedly compared it to a cat's soft paw, so the emission cloud NGC 6334 was named the Catspaw Cloud. It is one of the most dynamic star-forming regions in our galaxy. If you want to observe the cloud with a beginner's telescope, look in the direction of the Scorpius constellation. The radiation from the young stars constantly forms and changes the cloud structures, making it one of the most popular research objects. Curious. In the charts of the most powerful radio sources in the known universe, Centaurus A would be at the top two. Known as NGC 5128, This galaxy has a striking dust plate and an active cosmic core that houses a supermassive black hole. This cosmic wonder can be seen about 13 million light-years away in the Centaurus constellation, Max J35. In this picture, you are looking directly at a gravitational lens. Max J0035, also known as Max J354630,